Hello and welcome to the Residual Royalty Academy. My intention on this channel is to show you and teach you how to go from zero to over $1,000 per month passive income each and every month by publishing books on Amazon. So we're self-publishing notebooks, journals, guest books, puzzle books, you name it. We make all of the different types. You can see how to make some of the other types in the Royalty Accelerator course. But if you want to learn how to make these simple notebooks and make really good money, then check out the free course. The link will be in the description if you've not signed up already. So the topic of today's video is choosing the book size and what is the best book size to use. So really for notebooks and journals, the simplest type of book that we can make, there's only really two popular options that people use. So there's 6 by 9 inches and there's 8.5 by 11 inches. You can see that the 6 by 9 inch books, they are sort of longer and taller and a bit thinner and they look really nice. And the notebooks that are 8.5 by 11, they're probably more aimed at kids. You know, they've got more space to write in, more space to scribble. So that's one thing that you could consider when you're making these books. If you're making a notebook that's aimed at sort of children, then maybe you want to make it a bit bigger size. But generally, if you're making something funny like this, I was like whatever bitches and the bitches whatever, then you would probably make it 6 by 9 if it's aimed more at adults, because they can carry it around with them, they can take it to work, and adults probably don't need so much space to write in and write whatever they like to write in these notebooks. So from my personal experience, what I would say is that 99% of my notebooks are actually 6 by 9 inches. So that is really all I can comment on. I know that 6 by 9 sells extremely well, so I would just advise you to publish 6 by 9. Maybe try a few 8.5 by 11 books if you're making some children's ones. But really, if you just publish 6 by 9, you will definitely get sales, because that's all that I've made in my time of making notebooks. Of course, I do make other books, and they are not 6 by 9 or 8.5 by 11, for example, guest books, puzzle books, log books, colouring books. They are all completely different sizes, and if you want to find out the best sizes to use, then check out the Royalty Accelerator course, because there's over 35 videos in there now, as well as other resources. So if that does interest you, the price is low for a limited time only, so check out the link in the description and get your hands on all of that juicy knowledge. So just to summarize that, publish your book 6 by 9 and you won't go far wrong. But if you're making some children's ones, it might be worth doing 8.5 by 11. And another thing that I wanted to cover in this video is that somebody asked me, should I publish the same book with a 6 by 9 cover and also an 8.5 by 11 cover? So what they're meaning is, if you made this book here as 6 by 9, would you also publish it exactly the same cover, just lines inside again, as 8.5 by 11? Now personally, I don't do that. I like to have all my books unique. I don't like to spam the Amazon system and spam the Amazon library. I would much prefer to just have one book in one size, and if the customer likes it, they'll buy it. And oftentimes, by giving them too many options, they end up buying nothing. For example, this, if I like this design, you know, maybe I'm going to be sitting here debating which colour to buy, where if they'd just given me this black one, maybe I would have just bought that straight away. As they've given me a more complicated decision to make, maybe that actually puts me off buying it and I don't end up purchasing it, so therefore they would not make that sale if I was the customer. So if you have this notebook and you have it in all the different variations of sizes, that's just going to not only spam the Amazon system, but it's also just going to give the customer confusion, and it's going to make it harder for them to make a decision. You could argue that it's going to be seen more because you've listed it more times, but really I just think that's a little bit spammy. It's just my personal opinion, and that's just not how I do this. I like to have each of my books unique. So the answer to that question, whether you could just change the sizes, is you can do, but personally I don't, and I've been fairly successful so far without doing that. This month I'm going to make over $5,000 in royalties. So I do have a little bit of experience on KDP. I've been doing this since April, so that is what, around 7 or 8 months now. We're in December. I can't quite do the maths. It is quite early in the morning. I think that's around 8 months. So just to summarize, all the notebooks that I make are 6 by 9. The other book types that I make are not 6 by 9 or 8.5 by 11, but that is covered in the Royalty Accelerator course. And do I copy the same cover across different book sizes? No, I don't. That's just my personal preference. You can do it if you like. There's no rules against it as of yet. But if you do test it, then let me know how it goes. Of course, join the Facebook group and you can start posting in there. You can get help in there. But for now, that is the end of this video. Remember, uploads are every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I've checked the analytics and there's around 40% of people watching who are not subscribed. So if one of those is you, make sure to click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because the uploads are every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.